your money is worth 40% less than it was 2 years ago because of inflation. If you not know about inflation and know why money is so expensive, watch this.
Year of 26, we live in a time where everything is expensive. Food, gas, clothing, you name it. And let's face it, we all want to buy things. But for some of these items, you may look at the price tag.
Yeah, you may look at the price tag and say, damn, I don't got no money for that. And then you have to try to get like a warehouse job that pay more.
Think otherwise. And I feel like at this point, the only solution for me to keep up with these companies charging more is to get my bread up. Obviously, there's some things that I'm going to be talking about today that I would never buy in a million years because I just personally don't think it's worth the price. But all these mental gymnastics that these companies do just to charge you more is crazy. But sometimes a company's greed can completely tank their reputation, which we'll talk about that later in the video. And we got to start the video.
What I'm about to say is, be like Mr. Krabs. Like, do more of Scooby McDuck and Mr. Krabs Reply. Be cheap, but make more money.
Off by talking about airlines. So when the boys trip to Japan somehow miraculously happens, get ready to drop a bag. Especially if you're booking your flight last minute, because they raise those prices knowing that people are still gonna buy the tickets. In most situations, I end up booking my flights pretty late, which is kind of stupid. Like, I should be booking them way earlier. And you know, you think if I was dropping a bag on this ticket, you would think I'd be like fed grapes while sitting down. I get a nice little foot massage.
It depends on the certain shoes. Cause normally I get like Nike. I pay like only like $200, and that give me like 2 pair of shoes just for $200, and that's a good deal. But airplane line gotta cost more than that.
Okay, I'm just fucking around. You would think I'd have a seat with a crazy amount of leg room, and I get like so many snacks and shit all throughout the flight. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Like, sometimes I will sit down and not have enough leg room. There's sometimes where I will get a bigger aircraft, which will have more leg room, which is pretty cool. But there's sometimes where I will end up getting a small ass aircraft where I'm basically shoulder to shoulder with the person next to me. But if I didn't spend anything on the ticket, I wouldn't really care. But bro, imagine dropping $1,500.
I hate people that say, hey, I need 2 C's. And that was, and why be looking like, hey, I'm not mad that you're paid. I'm mad that you think that your weight is compensated for other people.
And having garbage seating for 15 hours. Bro, I would be fucking pissed. As ass as the seats are, I do want to continue to travel, so I gotta put up with it. Food. The price of food is already going up to begin with, and as the value of the dollar decreases, that's just what's gonna happen. Tell me why. I'm getting ready to watch the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh, you know, what are some snacks I could give to my friends while watching the game? I open a bag of chips, and it's 70% air. Like, where did all the chips go? There's no way that
it is. Like, they literally go and put, I say, the meal-sized bags of chips, they probably put, like, maybe 2 half of those meal-sized chips in a party-sized bag. And they make the party-sized bag feel like they're, like, tortilla chip, like, nacho chip. Nacho chip be full. But the real chips, them other chips, like the real chip, them party, bro, they don't be full like nacho chips.
Family-sized bag of chips is feeding a whole family. That's just not happening. And not only does this stop at food, it's also happening with toilet paper, Tide laundry detergent, and these companies really think they can get away with charging the same amount of money for less product, which yes, they can get away with it. Because at the end of the day, we need toilet paper. Like, how else are we gonna wipe our ass? So we gotta go buy it. And it hasn't shrinked by a ton yet, but eventually it will. Just them doing it now just sets the precedent for what's gonna happen later. And I don't know what their excuse is for this. They must be saying some bullshit, because there's no way they could provide a good excuse of why they're like slowly shrinking the products or filling chip bags with air. Game companies. And when it comes to gaming companies, we really gotta address the elephant in the room. Supercell. They single-handedly killed Clash Royale.
One thing I gotta say about gaming is, bro, why the gaming price is so high? Like, the gaming price is higher than a gas price or buying food. It's like, I'm paying $70 for a standard edition. For what reason? And then y'all gonna bump the price down to about like maybe 50, 60. I'm still paying a lot of money just for the game. Dude, oh, like, come on.
With one update. The update was received so poorly from the community that everybody was just dipping from the game altogether. And in this update, they basically introduced hero cards, which was another thing you had to pay for, which made it even hard for free-to-play players, because Clash Royale is already pay to win as it is. And you think if they want to make more money,
Clash Royale already paid the game. So many people are playing Clash Royale at school. I have played it at school too, but it was a dope game until everybody just started getting bored of that game.
Make a good fucking product. Like, holy shit, dude, it's not that hard. Listen to your community. But instead, they're just ignoring whatever the hell's going on and posting stupid memes on their community
make the game
and
better.
As you could have guessed, they're just getting fried in the comments.
Sometimes we have good idea to make the game better than the game develop. And the game develop don't put our idea into the game because they think our idea is not good enough for the game. Shut up.
Comments. And not only that, a huge content creator who played a pivotal role in reviving Clash Royale.
Wait, what?
Literally quit the game. If that doesn't tell you, yo, we need to get our shit together, I don't know what does. But there seems to be a common theme here. Whenever games just want to chill out games just for the purpose of making more money. Like, I know I've talked about this a lot, like Black Ops 7. Like, I think everybody could agree that Activision needed to keep Black Ops 7. That shit was garbage. And the funniest part about it is they had the nerve to charge $70 for some absolute bullshit. Nobody is buying that shit, bro.
Black Ops 7 isn't the only game that charges $70. Like, the new 2K26, it paying like $70. WWE26 is paying $70. Nowadays, a lot of the newer games are paying $70. When GTA 6 come out, we are about to pay $70 for GTA 6. Like, what happened to the $50 or $60 that we used to pay?
It was to the point where they had to make the game free for a week to try to get more players. Now, although 70's a little crazy, like, I wouldn't mind paying $70 for GTA 6, because at least of what it looks like so far, it's going to be a pretty good game. But charging $70 for some apps is just wild. Streaming services. I feel like I have too many streaming services to even keep track of at this point. Not only did a lot of streaming services raise their price, but they also increased the amount of ads that they were showing by to the point where it just got really annoying to watch all these ads while trying to watch a movie on Prime Video. And I don't know what happened, because a monthly subscription used to get you no ads, but apparently now you're just getting a ton of them. It's not like it's a free platform and it needs ads to make money. They're just running ads just for the sake of running ads at this point. And we're in a weird type of situation with streaming services, because I know for a fact that after a long ass day, we want to park our ass in the chair and just watch some TV. But at the same time, they're raising the prices of these subscriptions. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of 2025, Netflix raised.
Why is the subscription high too? That's why I end up deleting my subscription from certain things. Cause it like after a certain month, it's gonna keep on raising and raising, and you're paying more and more money every month. And then yearly, you're paying about like, I say about 14 or maybe more for having it just for 1 year.
Their price by $2 a month. But at the end of the day, I still do want to watch all these shows across streaming services. So even though new industry standards might be set, I'm still going to be buying. Okay, next we have gambling companies. So I feel like everything is turning into gambling now. And now I don't want to sit here and name the app, because I feel like YouTube's going to nuke my video if I even name drop it. But basically, there's this app that you can bet on anything. It's just to the point where it's become inescapable. People are dead ass betting on who was gonna pull up to the Super Bowl. Now, it's one thing to responsibly sports bet or gamble, but it's another to make
like you can sport bet. But why I realize that certain sports prices are high. Now, I don't watch football like that, but I noticed that football Super Bowl is high. Then the basketball finals are high. And then I love watching wrestling, but I don't like going to like the pay-per-view or WrestleMania, because the pay-per-view or WrestleMania, bro, it be so crazy. And like, I'm not spending almost $1,000 on one seat to just watch one WrestleMania one night, and then I gotta pay another $1,000 to watch another night. I'm not doing that.
Every single thing gambling. Like, who the hell would drop 10 bands on Obama going to the Super Bowl or something? You can bet on politics, movies, anything. And it's going to be to the point where people see all these big winners, right? And they're going to want to do it themselves, but their odds of losing are way higher. They don't understand that. Then there's a bunch of celebrities endorsing these gambling sites. Even when I'm scrolling through memes on Instagram Reels, I will see gambling companies promote themselves on meme pages. And there will be a gambling logo in the corner of a meme I'm trying to watch. Tech companies. First of all, tech items are just dumb expensive to begin with. They know people are going to pay for it. So obviously Apple's dropping the new iPhone at like $1,000.
Yeah. Like, what Apple always tries to make their product different than the last one. But it's like, what else y'all can do? Like, it's not that hard. The reason why I don't even got an iPhone 17, because, like, what is the point of me spending almost $1,000 on an iPhone 17 if my iPhone 16 working just the same as the iPhone 17? Explain that. And some people be breaking their iPhone 16, 15 to say, oh, I want to get the 17. And then when 18 come out next year, oh, I want to break the 17. Let me get the 18. Like, what is wrong with y'all?
And Apple even collabed with Issa Miyake, made the iPhone Pocket, and they charged $230 for that. That gotta be a sock for your iPhone. Nobody is buying that shit. And then there's the Apple Vision Pro, that's $3,000. Oh, yeah. I don't know what's up with Apple, but Jesus Christ, man. There's a lot more than just Apple, but you get my point. And since tech items are expensive, there was one time that happened like a month ago. I wanted to save some money. So this dude at the register, knowing I just dropped a bag, said, do you want to take 10% off? I was like, yeah, fuck it, why not? And I thought this guy was gonna sign me up for a rewards account for the store. And this dude signed me up for a credit card without even telling me. But once we get past email address...
He signed you up for a credit card? He said, do you want to take 10% off it? I thought he was going to decrease the price of your fucking thing you were paying for and give you like a discount or give you some like 10% off the thing.
And phone number, alarm bell should have been going off in my head. But I was just being a dumbass in that moment, so I didn't even realize what was even happening. That moment, and by the time I put the pieces together, it was too late. He was like, all right, here's your credit account. Let me put in your card number to save the money. It didn't even work. I was so pissed. I had this fucking credit card account for no reason. I was so heated, bro. You have no idea. What's the point of me telling this story? Don't do the most to try to save 10% like I did. Because in some situations, it's not Next, we gotta talk about cars. Car insurance, buying a car, it's a lot of money. Like, you could walk into a car dealership with a specific price.
I thought the prices of the games, Apple, food were worse. The price of cars, bro, the price of cars is even worse than it worse than anything. I don't even know how we gonna get through this situation.
Fine, but sometimes you just spend way more than you intended to. Because some dealerships are going to try their hardest to pitch you all these add-ons and whatever because they get paid commission on sales. So they're going to try and do that sometimes. And you just got to know what to look out for. And when you finally get your car, you know, you're ready to drive it, you're hyped, but you're forgetting something. You legally need insurance to drive it. And you may think yourself...
One thing is, once you get insurance to drive the car, bro, you gonna be paying so much for a car. It depends on the certain vehicle. Cause not a lot of cars you paying that much money. But, bro, it depends on what car you want. Hey, that's you if you want to spend that much money.
stuff, okay, it's a good move to have insurance in the event of anything happening. So then, in the event something does happen, you might think to yourself, wow, thank God I have insurance. You call your insurance company, they raise the fuck out of your rates. Now, I had the worst driving record in 2023. Okay, it wasn't that bad, but you get my point. I had a speeding ticket, and then later in the year, I got into a little accident. And you could probably imagine this shot the fuck up out of my insurance rates. Like, how about I don't fucking speed and get into car accidents? At this point, like, my insurance company definitely thought I was a liability. But you get my point, though. They raise your shit the moment you actually use it, which is the thing you're already paying for, which doesn't make any sense. And eventually, it will go down after you get a better driving record. But for that time, you got an arm and a leg to cough up. I'm gonna be driving like the most upstanding citizen. I'm going exactly the speed.
If you get in a car accident and it was your fault, holy moly, your insurance gonna break the roof. It's definitely gonna break the roof. Until you fix up your insurance, it's gonna cost you one arm, one leg, maybe you just gonna have just the leg. Cause then the other arm gonna have a cost up depending on how much the insurance is.
Limit, I'm done, bro. I'm not getting my rate raised like that. Okay, next we got amusement parks. When you go to an amusement park for the day, just expect to drop a bag. I remember one day in 2023 when I went to Universal with me, my brother, and my friend. All of our tickets combined were a band. A band! Like, what the fuck? Like, Universal can't...
A band? Like, you gotta understand this, right? If you're going to amusement park, make sure that you have $1,000 or $2,000. Cause when you go to amusement park, bro, like if it was just you and your kids not that older or not even about like I say not older than 20 something years old or not old enough to get a job yet, then you're technically not gonna spend that much money. But once you get in the amusement park, you spend about $1,000, $2,000 just on everything.
Can't be that good, bro. There's no way. I mean, we did get them last minute, but god damn, bro, like $300 a ticket. So that was already a bad start. And then I got this overpriced ass burger that tasted like a tire. And you know, I was the one that suggested to my brother and my friend, oh, yeah, we should go to this restaurant. Yeah, what a bright idea.
Yo, if that video was wild, you haven't seen anything yet. I put my funniest reaction right here in this playlist, and YouTube thinks you will love this special video next. Click one of those, hit the sub button if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.